Hey, Cussinarians, how y'all doing? Well, I have made a boo-boo, and I wanted you to see what exactly it was because several people have told me that they are buying these frames, and I want you to be aware of what can happen. So I have taken off my pajamas and put my clothes back on just for y'all. So come on in here. Let me explain. All right, so this reel this not reel, but this what you got rail. This rail is for the backing. I am going to show you what I did wrong, but let me explain. As I was quilting under here, I ran into right here. I ran into the canvas cloth that you based to your backing. So I know that something's wrong with that scenario. I wasn't supposed to be doing that. My backing's still supposed to be rolled up on here. What I did, if you've been following along on this quilt, me and Miles put this on here, and when we filmed, we had already rolled this on when we started to film. So on film, we did down here where we basted it down here. I had already basted it here. What I failed to do was roll several rolls of my backing onto here. So when I got to the end, my backing would be all the way under here because this is the edge of my quilt right here. I finally made it, y'all. And I was so excited to be done with this part, this border. And I ran into this thing back here. So I was like, oh my God, I don't have enough backing. I do not have enough backing, even though I measured and I do have enough backing for this whole quilt. I didn't roll it on there. I hope that makes sense. I didn't roll several rolls because this rail is in front of this one. I needed to allow extra wraps to get to the end. So from here, right, let me see if you can see. I'm gonna flip it over where you can see, but I had this canvas basted to my backing right here, and my backing ends right here. So I needed this much more backing plus a little bit to make it to the end. So now what I'm gonna have to do, I stopped short of here. So what I'm gonna do is take it off of here and sew some more fabric here all the way down, and then I'll have enough to finish over here. This will all make sense. But anyway, if you're buying one of these frames, just realize you need to roll it several times on your backing on so that you have enough room to make it down here. That was my bad. I probably didn't read instructions or something. It was my first time using all four rails, so I did make that mistake. But let's scoot it back up here. I also have some other stuff we need to talk about while we're doing this, but I'm going to take this off and flip it over back here so you can see, and then I'll unbaste it all, and I won't show you sewing this on here, but I'll come back when it's done, and I'll just finish it up on my small frame. I won't put it back on here because I'm not doing all that basting again. That is not happening. So anyway, again, if you've been following along, you know that I did not mark this quilt before I put it on here. I have been marking as I go. You can't, we've gone over this before. You can't, once you've rolled forward and sewn, you can't go back because you have three different things back here. You got the batting, the backing, and the top. So once you quilt it, it becomes one layer. So if you try to reverse it, what it's going to try to do is go back into three different layers, and you can't do it when it's sewn. So it's best if you're going to use all three rails to mark your quilt before you put it on here, if you think you're going to need to go back and forth. when I was doing these lines, I would go ahead and I thought I was just going to be able to reverse and do my borders. And I was not able to do that because of what I just told you. So some of this, I got 7 lines, some I got 5, and ugh, it was a mess. And I still have to go back and fix those holes there. All right, so like right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got the right number there. Over here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 lines here and 5 lines here. I was really cooking with gas. So I'm gonna have to go back and just double check everywhere and see what I messed up. I got hearts going this way, hearts going that way, small hearts, and then up there I decided to put more hearts, so I'm gonna put more here, and I'm gonna do all that on my small frame. I'm trying to see how many lines I got here. See right here, I had quilted too far and I couldn't go back, so, and I didn't mark these, so I'll have to fill all that in. All the inside is good, but these lines. But she turned out beautiful so far. So anyway, now let me flip this over here. I should have just kept it rolled up. Flip it over the back so I can show y'all what I got going on the bottom that I boo-booed. Right here. See, I got this basted up here. And we did the basting right. We just didn't roll extra times. So I'm gonna have to take all that off. Dang it. Let me get some scissors. You can show some of the quilting on the back, Scooter, while I get scissors. All right. So I'm just gonna do some clipping and take it off the bottom and then do the same thing at the top. I'm glad we took the time to thread base this time. It did improve the tension. So if you're buying one of these frames, remember those 2 things. Mark before you put it on, and make sure you roll your backing extra times so you'll have enough backing for the bottom and top. I left too much room at the bottom down here. This is easy to take off. I like that. Safety pins left dents in the fabric, and it'll take longer to take off too. All right, so now we got to take off this part too, but I'll do this first. This is not the best way to do this, y'all. I should put this back in, right? All right, that was easier. Ah, shit. Okay, one last baste. Yeah. It was quite a lot of work to baste all these, but it was worth it. I will do it again. The next quilt is already basted for me, so I'll only use 2 rails. So I won't have to do so much basting to the frame, but I will still have to baste to the frame. I'm so mad that I did this, because now I got to handle this bulk of the quilt to put more backing on the back. And I don't have any more of that fabric, I don't think. I looked and I couldn't find any. So I will just put a piece of cream solid fabric back there. This is my quilt, so I don't care about pieced backing. All right. I need to do what? Take off the batting. I get scissors. I'll be back. Is that basted? That's not basted, right? No. Okay. I'm tripping. All right. So the batting is held on by Velcro. So you just press it on and roll it, and then there's no tension or anything on it. You roll it on and hold it. Oh, that got a little messy. See, it holds well. And for the next quilt, I'll get this. I won't use this on the next one, but I'm gonna get this all cleaned up. And it just sits in these rails and this one rail in the back. If you get the 4-rail version, and she is free. Now I gotta fix all the problems that I showed you. But Fannie sure is pretty. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, so this is the part where I fix my boo-boo. Scooter, if you show over here. Now, if you watched the first part of the video, you'll see where I made the boo-boo and have to take this quilt off the frame. This is Fannie's quilt because I didn't wrap enough times on the take-up bar. So I added this strip on to make it long enough and added extra because I need, you'll see when I put it on my small frame, you need extra here to be able to get to the edges. So, see, I've quilted all that, and I have like this much more to go for this border, and then I'll do the stuff on the sides of the borders, those lines that I left off, and then I'll be done. I'll trim it up and put a binding on, and hallelujah, I'll be done. But I'm gonna introduce you to my small frame over here. So, Scooter, if you come around. All right, this is my small frame that I got on Etsy a couple years ago. This is a great frame, and it's walnut. It's very well made. I think it was like $300 and something. I don't know if the guy's still in business or not, but on a previous video, I'll link it below. I'll try to remember to his Etsy shop. But it's walnut, and he makes them to order. All right, so it tilts is very, very simple. It comes with these two knobs here. These two knobs, this one's for the tilt, and this one is to connect these legs to this frame part. And that's all there is to it. I didn't put it, but Miles put that down there, him and Scooter. Put this board down here for me I wanted it stretcher and something to rest my feet on. Plus, me moving it around, it was starting to get a little wobbly, and this joint here, I was worried about it, so I had him put this stretcher down here and just screw some screws into the side. It comes with this little stretcher bar thing like this, and he even sends the tools. He sent a little there's a little tightening tool for something. I forget what it's for, but he sent it to me. I think it was for these oh yeah, it was this for this screw here. He sent me a little tool to put those on. And what you do is you just put the part of the quilt that you want to work on in the open area. And since this is the edge, normally it would be like this. It's real easy, but this the edge, and it wasn't tight enough for me. So he suggested that I put like a towel or something. These are just pillowcases or pillow shams. that I had that I'm not really using. Put right there, right here. Put this in. Whoops. And then that's why you need extra fabric hanging off, so you can pull it as tight as you want. And then I have this piano light, and that's always in the, it's an Amazon purchase. It's a light they use to read sheet music, and it has several brightnesses, and then if you press and hold, it changes the temperature of the light, and it's rechargeable right here. This is really nice, and it fits on this thing, and since I have this on here, it doesn't scratch up this. And then I can just, it opens, and you know, adjustable. And then I just sit down here and quilt. I like the word tilted, so I'll tilt it toward me, and then there you go. Hopefully by the weekend, I will be done fixing what I missed on this because I didn't mark the whole thing. And then I can start on, you can give them a preview of what's coming up. The next quilt we already put on the frame, and Miles helped me. That's all I got, y'all. There's always a way if you make a boo-boo. So